Okay, it's Mario. It's Mario. Would you believe me if I told you it's Mario? Woohoo! Yeah! Woohoo! Mario! Yeah! He's the guilty favorite, surely. No?
No.
Damn it. Alright, fine. The guilty favorite. For this one, I'm going to have to tell you a story. Because explaining why is a bit more complicated. Naturally, of course. The year was 2016. Smack dab in the middle of middle school. Sits Hunt. I wasn't known for much due to my quiet nature that I didn't escape from until high school. But one thing I was known for was my affinity for idle games. I would be playing games like Cookie Clicker and Clicker Heroes any chance I got with our school-provided Chromebooks. Even now, I'm still a fan of these type of games. Probably because seeing the big numbers get bigger triggers something in my ape brain to just keep going further. But either way, eventually, one day during a free period of class, a friend of mine who knew of my fondness for these games came up to me. He kept talking about this cool game he saw this guy, don't know if you heard of him, Jacksepticeye play the previous year, and suggested I look into it because it was a really cool game. Originally, I just brushed this game off because I didn't think it was all that, but people were still talking about it even though it was just released last year. This game was Undertale. I know, crazy, right? A point in time where Hunt didn't like Undertale and wouldn't even give it the time of day. You already know how that ended. Anyways, this same friend also mentioned that at the same time, this new idle game he found on the free website known as Congregate. It was a freaking hotspot for flash games that most people at school would just hop on at the time, and it's still actually active now. I checked it out shortly afterwards I got home. This game was Crush, the idle dating sim. Now, I know at least one of you watching this already knows where this ends, but I'm going to continue anyway. Yes, I did find out both this game and Undertale on the same day, just about 9 years ago. Crush was made back in 2016 by Sad Panda Studios for free on Steam and Congregate. The basic idea behind the game is that you meet these various characters by wrecking some part of their life, apologize, and get to know them a little bit better. You do this by clicking to earn some hearts and earn money to purchase gifts and spend time working on hobbies. The game actually doesn't take itself too seriously, including many pop culture references and meta jokes. I mean, there's even a character whose whole gimmick is that they break the fourth wall constantly. Most of the base game characters are some kind of like stereotype. You got the tsundere, the tomboy, the yandere sim clone, the Hatsune Miku, the bear, you get the idea. But the character I'm going to be talking about isn't even a part of the base game. A while after the game came out, they introduced this new system called Phone Flings, where he introduced a new character in a phone-styled messaging system. The first of these would be none other than Peanut Valentine, the shy college girl. She was put in the game as an actual character after she won the first of Voda Fling Season 1. She's a fun and quirky character who's super focused on her studies, but is interested to get to know somebody. Getting to see her come into the game as a full-on character after she was introduced was very cool to see. However, there's something I failed to mention till now, and that's the sequel. Is it a sequel? Is it really count if it's technically the game? Other game! Made by Sad Panda Studios called Hush Hush. Now, yes, this is a full-on visual novel. If you have a problem with that, then look at it from my perspective. People will make books for children with pictures, so that they're engaged and more likely to enjoy the story. Visual novels are the same thing, but for an older audience. I always like reading, but the visuals make the story I'm getting invested in a lot more interesting. Peanut was in the game, but she wasn't really a main character, just like a cameo in one scene with a side character. So she was all in the game for about like I don't know, 30 seconds. But she was really given the chance to shine when the release of the Peanut DLC came by just a few months ago. Oh yes, and this is where Peanut could really get to experience her own story. And I know one of you knows that firsthand. Come on. Come on. Aha! Finally! I've gotten through. Well, the archives have grown to be a little bit unstable. I'm assuming it's due to the extended period of time they've been inactive. I was able to make ground here and defeated the beast that guards this place. However, I'm afraid I don't have much time to get out. The place seems to be collapsing in on itself. So before anything supernatural happens, I need you to... Will! You need to go back! Remember! You need to remember The VIP! Remember the VIP? Ah! So now you know my deep, dark secret. Yes, idle games, they're cool to play, and you should play them too. Especially if they got a full-on story to follow as you play. Oh, and yeah, visual novels are way cooler than books, of course. You can't convince me otherwise, I'm sorry.